We're into this autumnal weather pattern. It's going to continue for the next few days, but don't get too used to it. While we are going to stay in this fall-like pattern for most of the week, including a chance of showers on Wednesday, we're going to start warming back up already Friday and Saturday, the last couple days of summer, and then the first couple days of autumn officially are going to feel like summer by Sunday and Monday, with inland temperatures returning to the 90s, even some 80s around the bay. So we got a lot of changes to track as we head through the next several days. Let's start with a look at what things are like right now as we close the window behind me and talk about our current conditions across the Bay Area. We have a nice view of the clouds hanging out over the Santa Clara Valley, but the sunshine has broken through in San Francisco. So varying conditions across the Bay Area. See the fog hanging out along the coast. That is going to make a push across the bay later on tonight. Temperatures only a mix of 60s and 70s, anywhere from 62 in San Francisco to 72 degrees in Livermore and Concord. Those are the warm spots on the map. Those numbers close to 15 degrees below average. Tomorrow will be slightly warmer, but still running a good 5 to 10 degrees below normal. Now that fog is going to make its push across the bay. Let's take a look and bring our floor map onto the picture here and track the fog and low cloud cover as it really spreads quickly across the Bay Area as we head through tonight. Most of us waking up to gray skies overhead. Even if the fog isn't sitting right on the ground, it's not going to be too far off of ground level, but those gray skies will give way to a mix of clouds and sunshine inland by tomorrow afternoon. And once the fog dissipates, we are going to try to warm up from what's going to be a seasonably cool start. These are the low temperatures for tomorrow morning, starting off in the low to mid 50s in the Santa Clara Valley. The warmest spots in the map will still drop down into the mid to upper 50s. So that's about where we're supposed to be here in the month of September. Mid 50s along the coast and a couple of spots in the North Bay valleys, dropping down into the upper 40s by early tomorrow morning. The behavior of our temperatures is going to depend on how fast that fog dissipates. Where it hangs on a little bit longer, your temperatures are only going to reach up to around 70 degrees in Napa and Vallejo, barely into the low 70s in San Rafael. Some of the warmest spots in the map only into the mid 70s once again. 76 degrees, the warmest temperatures we're forecasting for tomorrow, and some of the spots that can easily get up to over 100 degrees this time of year. But again, enjoy this while it lasts because it's temporary. Temperatures into the low to mid 70s in the Santa Clara Valley as well. And then that chance of rain is going to be heading our way. So let's take a look at the radar simulation. I want to walk back to the North Bay because this is where you have the best chance of picking up a little bit of that shower activity as we head through the day on Wednesday. The first half of the day, Futurecast not showing a whole lot. But let's take a look at the afternoon. That's when we see a band of showers trying to make its way into Napa, Sonoma, and Marin counties. The forecast model simulations aren't showing a real good chance that it makes its way anywhere south of the Golden Gate, but this is one run of one forecast model. By the time we get into Wednesday evening and the sun goes down, the last of those showers should be quieting down as well. And then we're going to start to track the warm-up that's going to be headed our way. So let's switch over to the national map here and take a look at how things are going to change as we hit the end of the work week and head into the weekend. We're going to be seeing that cool weather sticking around for another couple of days, but then all the red and yellow, that's showing up and pushing closer and closer to the west coast. That indicates those substantially above normal temperatures. They're going to be surging back into the Bay Area by the end of the 7-day forecast, and that's a trend that could last for a little while. Let's take a look at the 8 to 14-day outlook. First, the 6 to 10-day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, which shows a strong signal towards warmer than average conditions for the tail end of the 7-day forecast and just beyond it. But that 8 to 14-day outlook, which takes us right to the end of September, continues that warmer than average pattern that is likely to take us through the end of the month. So we'll be watching all of that as we head through the next several days. Again, enjoy this taste of fall while it lasts. Temperatures, well, you can see the variability that we have for inland spots. A few days in the 70s, but by the end of the 7-day forecast, inland temperatures are going to be into the 90s by Sunday and Monday. The air conditioners are going to be running full throttle once again, so give them a little break over the next couple of days. Around the bay even, we're talking about temperatures going from the 60s to the low to mid 80s by Sunday and Monday of next week, with temperatures along the coast even warming up into the low 70s for Sunday and Monday of next week. It's not as dramatic a warm up as other parts of the Bay Area, but it is definitely above normal. Again, late summer feeling like fall, early fall going to feel like summer, guys.